Okay, it's off the truck. I just put a ramp down there, a bit of board, because of the angle wasn't that hard. Okay, got the chute on obviously. So it's just held on by these couple of bolts. Put that in there. Now I put these washers, flat washers in there. I'm sure 99.9% of the machines hold together quite okay with that. That's just me. Now they're riv nuts, so you know they're strong. Don't over tighten this, you'll just squeeze the tube. So do them up until they're firm. This doesn't rattle around. You may have to recheck them down the road. That's fine. So the chute's on there, and to get the handle in, of course, you folded this up, unwrapped these, let them loose. This folded up really easy. Did those up. Took this off. Just a nylon gear on a steel gear, so I wouldn't put any lube on that. That's, you know, between the metal and the plastic, it's quite okay. Any grease you put on there will just collect water and dust and dirt. So what I found with all these nuts and bolts, routed this cable down through here, round, there's a little holder, that way you're nowhere near the exhaust, like completely away from the exhaust and everything. So if you route it properly, bring it down, come up into the holder. It's just a rubber boot that slides back, that pops in there. Put the boot back on there. That's never going to move. Put your cable on there, and I just loosen those off so that when it's in its lowest position, I just took all the slack out of here with this at the top. There's probably still a little bit there. I don't know. I'm going to adjust that as I go, but really that only affects that. It moves really nice. Of course, it's new, it should. So when you go to the full down position, that's the angle you get. Now for me here, that's probably more than enough, and I may not even use it there. It does, like it, you can push it down as far as you want, so you dump it right next to the machine if you want. I'm going to leave mine, you know, where it is, but they give you plenty of adjustment on that, so just set it to where you want. This goes really smooth. Like, you can feel the lumpiness of the gears, but you know that actually kind of lets it hold. If you want it there or there, it's kind of just the right amount to kind of keep it steady and stop from flopping around. So that's quite good. The gears, you've got to put it all the way over there to set this up. Now, the best thing to do is just get that out and just follow it. It's actually fairly easy to follow through. When you get to the gearbox, taking over this. Now they do say a L5 Ariens gear oil. I suspect it's probably 75-90 or something like that, but I'm going to check that out. Check it out yourself if you want. It's a bit dark in here. This goes there. That's where you check your oil. So one thing I noticed with this machine, it's get it here. Made in the USA, so presuming that everything is imperial, like American imperial. 1/2 inch, 5/16, and 9/16. But by choosing those sizes, like 9/16, by choosing those sizes and decent quality nuts and bolts, I found that the 14mm, which is slightly smaller than 9/16, still fits there. So my guess is that the 9/16 are actually metric, because 9/16 is larger than 14mm. But on the other hand, because I can use 13mm and 1/2 inch on the other ones, that the 1/2 inch bolts are actually imperial bolts. So I don't know whether they did that intentionally or their suppliers, but it works out that it doesn't matter if you have a metric set or an imperial set, you can work on this machine. So even for the skid shoes, so you could use a 14mm or a 9/16 on those. So as I said, don't know if that's intentional, but it's pretty handy. Okay, now they say to check this oil level when it's between the top here and down to where the oil level is about 2.5 inches. Well, they say 2.4 to 2.6 inches. They give you that in metric as well. I found what's really handy is a zip tie, electrical tie, zap strap, whatever you want to call them. I've always known them as zip ties. Anyway, so it doesn't matter how far you poke it in, just get it in there. Now, yeah, that's hard to see. The important part is grab it with your thumb and finger where the tip of your thumb is, grip it and hold that position and just pull it out. And as you can see, I've got oil in there. The distance is going to be between my thumb and where the oil is, and we don't care about this amount. Okay, you can see the type of oil that's in there. So because of the serrations in the electrical tie, it holds the oil level really well. So I've measured that previously, and that is actually spot on 2.5 inches. So we're going to leave it like that, but don't presume that your machine has oil in it. Otherwise you're going to go through a fairly expensive gearbox in a hurry. So keep in mind that the gearbox and the engine are probably the most of the value of the machine. The rest is just sheet metal work and handlebars. Wrong way. So snug, has a rubber gasket on it. Don't overdo it, but check it. Oh, and of course I've forgotten the two most important things. There's one. There you go. And the other one, I don't know if anybody wants a free pallet. Of course, the other important thing is, where do you put the sticker? So this is my toolbox I've had since just after I finished my apprenticeship. that used to be Mitsubishi. It's nearly 35 years old, that sticker. So I bought this toolbox in Australia. Never thought I'd see it come back to Canada. And that's a few years ago. That was a fun day. Okay, well, that's enough of stickers. Now, so I checked the engine oil. I already put fuel in, and I kid you not, this thing started on the first pull. So, fuel's on. That's in the run. Got a little key here. They give you two of those. That pops in there. And I gave this literally 3 pumps. And I'll show you what happens if you pump it too much. See, it drips out. So that's more than enough. Now I'd set this on about medium, choke on full, and I kid you not. Oh, that's going to make a liar out of me now. Okay, turn that choke off a bit. Okay, smells like a new engine. Okay, that's all for now. I'll post another video when we get some white stuff out here.